Hey guys, Midwest Picker here. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dave. I'm a part-time reseller, full-time RN, father, husband. I make these videos to help people out new to reselling, and even if you're not new to reselling, I think they're pretty helpful, a little entertaining. So this video is about what sold on eBay, but before I get into that, I'm reading all over social media. eBay hates me. My sales are down. My listing views are down. My watchers are down. I'm not getting offers. eBay hates me. Does eBay hate me? eBay, you're not making any sense.
And no sidewinding, bushwhacking, hornswoggling, crocker is gonna roll away biscuit cutter.
Let's just calm down and take a deep breath. Enoch says, don't worry, be happy. Wonder where he heard that from. So a few things I want to say, then I want to share a very non-scientific experiment that I conducted on my own eBay store for your benefit. First of all, summer slowdown, right? It's May, I don't know, what is it, 19? So that's the real thing. You know, people are doing spring cleaning, people are starting to go on vacation, spending more time outdoors, less time online. We all know this happens. Summer slowdown is a thing. Number two, eBay changed their policy on listing views. They are now only 30 days. They are not for the lifetime of the listing. I've got some listings that have been on my store for Joey is like mocking me constantly. 3 or 4 years I've had these dead things on my eBay store. 1,200 views, 500 views, 300 views, whatever. And then they recycle and they relist automatically every 30 days, and then boom, views 0 or 1. I'm like, what the heck? And thirdly, are you committing the mortal eBay sin of set it and forget it? Is that your business model? Because if it is, you might want to change that. So let's get into my experiment. Yes, sales are down and my sales are way down. Why? Because I'm part-time. I have 470 listings. So normally I'd go back, let's say, let's go back to March. I had sales like every day. 1 a day, 1 every other day, 2 on this day, none for 2 days, and then 1. If you follow me on Instagram, Midwest_picker, I share my sales. You call them BOLOs or be on the lookouts or whatever you want to call it. If you follow me there on Instagram, you can see I post, or I was posting almost every single day, items that sold, and I would share with you my cost of goods, and it was kind of fun. And then boom, in the toilet. So I went 7 days without a single sale. May 10 through May 17. I was like, what happened? Did eBay shut my store off? I mean, that's a long time not to have a single sale. So why did this happen to me? Well, I have my personal opinion about why this happened. Number one, I haven't listed anything in 2 weeks. I know, that is terrible. I've been lazy. I've been working outside. I got a new house, so I've been working out in the yard. This is our first spring, so I've been very busy mowing the lawn and picking up twigs and dealing with wildlife and all that kind of stuff, playing with the dog. So yeah, I haven't listed anything new in 2 weeks, so that's bad. I also have not engaged in my eBay store. I haven't really done anything. I haven't tweaked anything, revised anything, haven't played around, haven't done much. So those 2 things do not help. So here's my experiment. I decided I want to boost sales. I want to address these rumors on social media that engagement or doing what I'm going to share with you will actually help sales. So what did I do? I put half of my store, roughly about 200 items, promoted listings. So I promoted about half of my store at 2%. I just picked a category of a lot of items I have, like movie posters, lobby cards, coins, buttons, tools, whatever. If I got 30 of this and 40 of this and 50 of this, I just searched for those, grabbed them, promoted them at 2%, and boom. The second thing I did in this experiment is I revised the title of about a dozen listings. Some of my titles needed a little bit of help. Like, for example, a movie poster. I would put, you know, movie, brew baker, blah, 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 and then the word poster at the end. Well, somebody searching on their phone is not going to see the entire title. They might think it's the literal movie brew baker, don't realize it's a poster. So I put the word poster at the beginning so it says movie poster brew baker. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's a little detail. If you didn't know, people that use their phone to look up items on eBay, they're not going to see your entire title. They might only see the very beginning of it. So I went through about 12 or 15 of my listings that were movie posters, and I corrected the title and made it better. That's called a revision. So I did those two things. I promoted half my store at 2%, and I edited and revised and made better some of my titles. So then what happened? Boom, I made 2 sales in 12 hours. I know. 10 days, 7 days, what did I say? No sales at all, nothing, crickets, no offers, no nothing. I do these 2 things and I engage in the eBay website and boom, sale, 12 hours apart, pretty awesome. Now 2 sales doesn't sound like very much, but think about it, I'm a small fish in a big pond. I only have 470 listings, so to have 2 sales that fast is pretty awesome. Now think about it, I had no sales for this long stretch of time. And then I engaged in the website and I promoted stuff and I edited stuff and revised stuff. I think I even changed the prices on a few things, and then bam, bam, 2 sales. It cannot be a coincidence. In my personal opinion, eBay loves engagement. eBay hates set it and forget it. But eBay doesn't hate people. eBay loves people because they need people to make money. Without buyers and sellers, eBay doesn't make money, and then eBay is no longer a business. Real quick, before I talk about what sold on eBay, my YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now, qualified for the Super Thanks button. Now, if you don't know what a Super Thanks button is, stay tuned. I'm going to explain it to you real quick. Give me 60 seconds. During YouTube live streams, if a channel is monetized, sometimes viewers have the option to donate money to the YouTube channel and the content creator. These are called super chats and super stickers. About 2 years ago, YouTube experimented by putting an applause button on uploaded videos or recorded videos, whatever you want to call them, non-live streams, non-premieres, just your regular uploaded video like you're watching right now. So if you wanted to donate money, you click this applause button, and using your Google account, you could donate money, $1 or $2 or whatever you wanted. Now this was in beta, it was experimental, and they only invited just a small handful of monetized channels to participate in this program. And this was very limited in use. I know of one content creator that had it. And that was about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago they started that. Then recently YouTube said, okay, semi-successful I guess, and they changed the button to a Super Thanks button. And they rolled it out to even more YouTube channels. And I, Midwest Picker, got an email about 2 weeks ago from YouTube saying, hey, would you like to participate in this program and have a Super Thanks button on your videos? And I said, hey, that sounds pretty cool. Awesome. Well, not really. Not too many people even know what the button is, and very few people ever use it. And that's fine, but it is there. So if you would like to help me improve my flippin' cool videos and donate to my channel, so I can improve my lighting, improve my microphone, improve my haircut. Joey needs new sunglasses. It's there, but please don't use it. It's no big deal. I just wanted to explain to you what it was, and it's really cool. I do that for other channels because I know some people spend tons of time producing YouTube videos. Their production value, their equipment, it's very expensive. Some people use these really expensive microphones, and their time. They spend hours and hours a week creating videos, recorded, premieres, lives, so I donate to them every once in a while because they could use a little bonus. All right, now let's talk about what sold. First one is this Mary Kay charcoal mask, and by the way, I'm going to do a different format. I'm going to show a big picture of what sold because you don't want to see my face anyways. Other people like Don the Auction Professor and Cat the Nurse Flipper, they use a full-size picture so you can see it better. I'm going to go to that format from now on, but this cost of goods was $12. This is not a flip. This is personal inventory of Mrs. Midwest, and she just gave me a box of Mary Kay and said, hey, sell this on eBay. So this is really not technically a flip. More like personal stock. It sold for $18.95 and first class shipping on top. The reason I did free first class shipping is because there's a lot of competition and this item is very light, so I know exactly what it costs to ship. Next is the Starbucks coffee mug. I got really excited about Starbucks anything a while back, and really Starbucks coffee mugs and cups, in my opinion, have really cooled off and the value has really gone down. I listed this one for $16.95. I took a best offer of $12 plus priority mail shipping on top. I just wanted to get rid of it. I sourced this from a Goodwill for $4, which is, in my opinion, I paid a little too much. Next item is really cool. These are teak wood bowls. These were free, cost of goods nothing. My wife's cousin just gave these to me and said, hey, sell these on eBay. So a big shout out and a big thank you to cousin Missy for giving me these bowls to sell on eBay. These sold for $23.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. This is a great BOLO. I'm going to show you a picture too of the label on the bottom of the bowl. These are called GoodWood brand. I think they're made in Thailand. This is a great BOLO. If you see these anywhere, they do sell for pretty good money. Next is this 1990 McDonald's Happy Meal box. Still new, flat, never been used. Sold for $14.95 plus free first class shipping. Source, I don't even remember. I think maybe Nanotink Treasure. I bought a giant box of ephemera from her. I don't even remember, it's been so long. Cost of goods is less than $1 for this thing. This is just proof that people will buy anything. If it's vintage and it's in very good condition, people will buy it. Let's take a quick break so I can show you what I'm talking about when people will buy anything. Now again, the caveat is the condition has to be really good. So here's a pic from Instagram. This is Farm Girl Scavenger, and what did she sell? You saw that correctly. She sold this old little plastic recipe box. No big deal. It's not got glitter on it. It's not bedazzled. It's not solid gold. No, it's just this plastic crappy little box, but it's in really good condition. She sold it for $33. What the heck? This is amazing. Now, the reason she was able to sell this is probably she has repeat customers. She probably has lots of followers on her eBay store or Etsy or whatever platform she uses. So she sells a lot of craft items, magazines, fabric, quilts, you name it. She sells it, and she probably has repeat customers that keep coming back, and they know that she sells this kind of stuff, so that helps a lot. And oh, by the way, did I mention she got it for free? So the next time you're at a garage sale, an estate sale, and you're looking at stuff and you're trying to find that unicorn and that, you know, Atari 2600 or something super rare, super expensive Castle Grayskull from Motu or whatever, people are going to pass by these things like this little plastic vintage box. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you're going to sell one, but anything that's vintage from the 80s, stickers still new in the package, this plastic recipe box, a book on quilting that's still sealed in the plastic, people go bananas for that stuff and they will buy it. Next item I sold is this Staffordshire teacup and saucer. This is my new favorite item to source and sell, our teacups. A big shout out and thank you to Harry Humstone and Cat the Nurse Flipper. They've really introduced me to this glass. Other people have too, but teacups are awesome because you can usually source them fairly cheap. They're very light, and if you're smart, you can still ship them first class if you do it right. I sourced this one from a Salvation Army for $1.50. Listed it for $19.95. It took about 6 months, but I did get an offer of $17 plus first class shipping on top, so I took it. Here's a pic of the maker's mark on the bottom of the teacup. Keep an eye out for this one, Staffordshire. There's also other brands. There's many other brands, but Shelley, Royal Albert, Ainsley, Paragon, there's a lot of them. Basically, if it's made in England and it's fine china, there's a good chance that it has value. If you can get it cheap, like 50 cents or $1, you probably will never go wrong. Next item is a mouthful. This Lifelike Trains HO Scale Myrtle's Whistle Stop Diner Plastic Building. Wow, that's a mouthful. This is really cool. You wire this to a model train track, and when the train passes by, it makes a whistling sound. Now, a couple weeks ago, I sold another metal building that had a built-in record player that would play a recording when the train drove by that. If you missed that, go back a couple videos. That's really cool too. I listed this as tested and working for $29.95, and somebody offered me $26.44. Why 44 cents? I don't care. I said, heck yes, and I took that offer. I sourced this little train building from an in-person vintage toy auction, and if you missed that sourcing video, I'm going to link it down below in the description. You don't want to miss that. That one was huge, and it was crazy good. check out this quick little video that's a demonstration. I couldn't find a video of the exact building, but this little video would kind of give you an idea of what it's like. Cost of goods was $1.87. I squeaked by and was able to ship this first class barely. This thing came in at 15.999999 ounces. I had to trim some of the cardboard off the box to make it work. And it was kind of a big box, and I brought it to the post office, and the lady gave me the, you know, Spock from Star Trek eyebrow. She's like, "Is this really first class?" I'm like, "Yeah." She weighed it, and if you didn't know this, the post office scales are a little bit more forgiving than the scales that we own. Came in at like 15.7 ounces, and she said, "Yeah, I guess so," and off it went. The last item I sold is this Reproduction, important to know, leather World War II German rifle sling. I sourced this from a high bid auction. I went a little crazy and I overpaid for this. Cost of goods is $8, sold for $19.95 plus first class shipping on top. I take that back, free first class shipping because it's so light. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 ounces, no big deal. The reason I paid $8 is because I thought it was vintage and I was getting a really sweet deal. Turns out it was not vintage. So that's the downfall of online auctions, whether it's YouTube or HiBid or anything else, or shopgoodwill.com. You can't pick the item up, you can't give it the smell test, you can't touch it and hold it. You're going based on video or pictures only. So that's the downfall. That's why I love in-person live auctions, because if you get there early enough, you can check out the items and inventory and the merchandise way before bidding starts. That's right, I said the smell test. For vintage items, I always give it the smell test. You can't do that through a laptop, so that kind of sucks. So here's a quick tip. If you list anything as parts and repair only or reproduction, like I did with that German rifle sling, I always put that description in the title, in the description box, in the item specifics, and in the description, 4 places. So if anything flies back in my face, if ever the buyer says, "Hey, you know, you ripped me off," you're gonna have to call eBay. Hopefully you talk to a human. You say, "Hey, look, man, it was in 4 different places, parts and repair only, or reproduction, or, you know, damage, you know, burn mark or water damage here or there," or whatever. Usually eBay will side with you. I've seen it go both ways, but that's just a little tip. If you're going to do something that's potentially a problem, I list it and describe it in 4 different spots. So that's the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you know anybody that would find this information helpful, hit that share button and send it off to another reseller or somebody else. Go down to the description and hit that link. I got lots of cool videos. I have how-to videos down in the description. If you're new to reselling, whether it's eBay or not, those are very helpful. Also, Midwest Picker stories. I have true stories, things that happened to me or I was there when they happened. So I have a playlist. I think it's just called Stories. If you haven't seen those, they're pretty hilarious. Some of them are really gross and disgusting. So those are fun too. So that's it, guys. Until next time, see ya.